in which you have to knock guys around a little bit if they're not going to get out of your way.
With smaller stadiums, smaller tracks, and younger riders, Arena Cross is building the Supercross stars of tomorrow. For spectators, though, the action and excitement is here today.
It was 9:31, so I called my dad and said, let's have some fun, and we rode.
Right now, it's Rockin' Rebate time at your Honda motorcycle dealer, and that means it's time to roll up big savings. You can save $100 to $1,000 on selected models. Apply these savings to your down payment or get cash back from Honda. The choice is yours, but hurry. Honda's Rockin' Rebate is good for a limited time only.
Rolling from the break of dawn.
I was cooking on Kingsford showing major league form, but the minor league charcoal was stuck on warm. Finally, old Lefty threw down his hat and said, when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. I take a Kingsford view about barbecue. When you're hot, you're hot. Kingsford charcoal is made with premium wood char. Kingsford burns hot when some others might not. Said, pay attention, son, let me show you how it's done. When you're hot, you're hot. He said, thanks a lot. When you're hot, you're hot.
Now, for the first time ever, the Best of Moto World, Volume 1. This action-packed diary is the most outrageous, thrilling, and unique motorcycle montage ever created. Relive some of the most memorable and exciting moments ever captured by the Moto World cameras. From the super thunder of indoor and outdoor motocross to the lightning speed of road racers as they make their assaults on the fastest, most dangerous road courses in the world. Yes, from hill climbing to sport riding, the Best of Moto World has got it all. Act now and we'll give you this beautiful new Coors racing cap. Call toll-free 1-800-325-6400 to order your copy of the Best of Moto World. Send check or money order for $19.95 plus $3.50 for shipping and handling to Moto World. P.O. Box 10030, Stamford, Connecticut, 06904. Remember, this is a limited time offer, not available in any stores. So send check or money order to Moto World. P.O. Box 10030, Stamford, Connecticut, 06904. Or call us now at 1-800-325-6400.
Welcome back to Moto World. Mark McKay has joined us with an alternative to those expensive courier services that tend to arrive late and lose your valuable documents. Mark?
Larry, if you're like me and tired of paying inflated prices for delivery services that, well, excuse the pun, don't deliver, I have a viable option. Try a motorcycle courier. With the maneuverability of a bicycle and the speed of a sports car, you can't beat them. We found one of these two-wheel courier services in the Los Angeles area and decided to take a closer look. 25-year-old Garno Weld is a street rider, a road racer, and an all-round motorcycle enthusiast. Weld saw a way to combine his love for motorcycles with the need for a special delivery service in sprawling metropolitan Los Angeles. Thus, one-hour courier using motorcycles exclusively was born.
I got started in the courier business primarily because we found that there was a market need for title companies to have goods delivered as soon as possible. And secondly, because of other companies I had seen operating in the Washington, D.C. area in the eastern United States and also in London, England.
Weld's office has a staff of 4, Weld and 3 dispatch riders. Weld handles the paperwork and plots directions with the rider, looking for the shortest and quickest route. If there are no riders in the office, then one is paged and given the job.
The toughest part is coordinating runs, especially if we have an overload more business than we're usually accustomed to having, jostling the routes that the riders have to follow to execute their runs as quickly as possible.
It's real tight, because there will be rush hour traffic, and you end up having to split traffic just to make sure you can get the package there on time. And you never know when somebody's going to open the door to stick their head out the door or something, or somebody's not going to use a turn signal to change lanes. I've been hit several times by other cars doing those such things.
For Butcher, the time he spends riding during 9 to 5 is one of the highlights of the job. It also requires a sixth sense in traffic and the skill of an Indian Scout to find the quickest route. Meeting a variety of people every working day is an added bonus. But despite the variety in people, there still remains one bottom line: satisfy the customer.
Sense of accomplishment. I think, is what I enjoy most. The idea of being called upon to do a job, and through the efforts of myself and the riders, getting the job done.
Although 1 Hour Courier has been in business less than a year, it's brought a new dimension, a two-wheel dimension, to the document delivery business in L.A. For MotorWorld, this is Mark McKay reporting.
And now, Nissan presents the Nissan Scoreboard, a statistical look at the world of motorcycle racing.
In 250cc World Motocross action, Finland's Pekka Väkkönen won the opening round, the Belgian Grand Prix. The former 125 champ scored moto finishes of 3rd and 1st. Defending 500cc World Motocross champ David Thorpe leads the open class standings after 2 of 12 rounds. The British factory Honda rider is gunning for his 3rd straight title. In Grand National Dirt Track Racing, Salinas, California's Doug Chandler led a 1-2-3 Honda sweep at the AMA National Half Mile at Ascot Park. The nationally televised event was Chandler's 2nd straight at the Gardenia, California track.
And now it's time to find out who will win the Right On Suzuki giveaway and become the proud owner of a brand new Suzuki Quad Runner. Let's go to Suzuki headquarters in California and join Larry Huffman for the drawing.
Thanks, Larry. And with me is one of the top ATV racers in the world and a member of U.S. Suzuki's factory ATV racing team, Gary Dent. Gary, let's reach in there and pull out a winner. While Gary's pulling the winning name, we'd like to thank the hundreds of MotoWorld viewers who wrote in for a chance to win this hot little 87 Suzuki Quad Runner. Okay, Gary, the winner is...
Debbie Scott from Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Congratulations, Debbie. We'll be notifying you by registered mail. And for all the rest of you who wrote in to win, don't worry, because your postcard automatically entitles you at a chance at winning this incredible Suzuki DR200, ridden by the hottest 125 rider in the country, George Holland. Let's go back to Larry Myers for more details.
Thank you, Larry, and right you are. Everyone who wrote in for a chance at that Suzuki Quad Runner is automatically entered in the Suzuki DR200 drawing. If you haven't entered yet, send your postcard entries with the slogan Right On Suzuki to Right On Suzuki, P.O. Box 490099, Atlanta, Georgia 30349. Postcards must be received by June 1st. The winner will be selected by random drawing and announced on June 7th and 14th. Don't forget to include your address and phone number on your postcard entry. With that, we've used up our 30 minutes again. Once again, congratulations to Debbie Scott of Ponca City, Oklahoma. We hope you enjoy that Suzuki Quad Runner. To Debbie and all of you out there, keep your wheels on the ground and your feet on the pegs. For MotoWorld, I'm Larry Myers.
MotoWorld has been brought to you by Coors, the beer with a difference worth tasting. Coors is the one. Honda motorcycles and all-terrain vehicles. Honda, follow the leader. Nissan, who invites you to test drive a hot new Nissan car or truck and see why Nissan makes you feel like driving. Fram Autolite, the makers of Fram oil filters and Autolite spark plugs. Suzuki Motorcycles, for track, for trail, or street, Suzuki does it right. And by Castrol, motor oil engineered for today's smaller, higher revving engines. The executive producer of MotoWorld is Lou Seals. MotoWorld is a production of Seals Communications Corporation.
For the best in the country, there's just one choice. TNN, the Nashville Network.
Auto Week makes racing come alive every week. Feel the excitement. Formula One, sports cars, stockers, Indy cars. Auto Week brings it home fast, days after the race, with columnists who race and win. Auto Week makes street cars come alive with road tests that put you inside the hottest cars. In-depth features, cars of the past, industry news, personality profiles, the best classified anywhere. Get the excitement of Auto Week every week. Call 1-800-331-1000 for a year's subscription. 52 issues for the basic rate of $23, just 44 cents a week. Call now and get this racing decal shirt free. That's 1-800-331-1000. Operators are standing by. Auto Week, it makes cars come alive.
This is TNN, the Nashville Network.
Motocross racing is not only one of the most physically punishing, but mentally demanding of all your motorsports. And a rider's mechanic not only has to tune and take care of his bike, but he has to tune and take care of the rider. Hi, I'm Dave Bowman. Join me today as we meet Rick Johnson and Mickey Diamond and the hidden heroes behind Team Honda, the national motocross champions.
In a remote western canyon, the rustic stillness is broken by the sound of two riders. These men on their modern steeds are no lonesome cowboys. They're supported by an outfit of professional mechanics and top-notch specialists from the factory. Dave Arnold is Team Honda's manager.
Racing itself has a lot of highs and has a lot of lows. You know, when you're winning, everything's great. When you're losing, you've never felt worse. I know that you have to just regenerate the enthusiasm and the drive from week to week to come out at the end of the year and say that you've won a certain championship in this class or the results were as good as they possibly could have been. I know that it takes a positive teamwork, positive environment. A lot of times in motorcycle racing, because you spend so much time together and you're on the road so much together, it's important that the personalities fit. You know, it's kind of like a marriage. It sounds awkward, but Brian works very well with Ricky. Chris works very well with Mickey. I think you can mix things up and not have the same harmony and results within a team.
Even if I overjumped at the 3 there, and I land on the flat.
At 19, Mickey Diamond is the current 125cc U.S. national champion. His mechanic is Chris Haynes.
We nicknamed Chris Hollywood because he's, you know, he'll do all he can to prepare the bike and the rider and get him going to the racetrack, and then he checks his hair and his clothes and stuff before he goes and works the chalk area.
We both try to have, you know, a lot of fun doing what we're doing, and it makes it easier to handle some of the tension, plus get our job done. You have to think that you're pretty much indestructible, you know, and if you don't think that, when you hit the jumps and you do some of the obstacles, if there's a little bit of doubt in there, you might not crash, but you're going to make a lot of mistakes and bring up, you know, a chance of getting hurt.
Like, I think last year we were the most winning team in motocross racing history, and you know, for us to come back and do it a second time it's going to be a handful, you know. And after you've won it all, it's hard to come back and do it twice. So.
The rider-mechanic relationship is important to Ricky Johnson, and his mechanic, Brian Lunas, does whatever's necessary to help the 250cc national champ.
Brian is very dedicated to his job. He doesn't just get the bike prepared for a given race and make the rider happy and go to the race and see how well he does. He puts the total time in. He'll work with the rider if the rider's up or down or he needs a little bit more time on the bike or he's not sure about the machine setting. Brian will just do whatever is necessary to, you know, to win.
The interesting thing about our relationship is before we were always working against each other. And when I first started riding for Honda.
With tattoos, leather jackets, and real bad attitude.